So we are saying that data encapsulation is the fundamental concept in object-oriented programming, and that involves the building the data, that is basically attributes, methods, and that will operate on the data within a single unit. Single unit, we are saying that within a class. So we are saying that the building of the data methods, and that will operate in the single unit class. So this is basically data encapsulation. In Python, we are saying that data encapsulation is achieved, that is using properties, private attributes, and methods. So we are saying that properties in Python include the getter and setter method. Getter method is used to retrieve the value of attribute, whereas the setter method belongs to its name indicate that it will use to set the value of the attribute. We will set the value of an attribute through the setter method, and we will get or retrieve the value of that attribute through the getter method. And basically attribute is variable that hold the data related to the class or object. So we are saying that let's define as a class with the name circle, and we know that circle have its own radius. So we are defining a method to get the radius of circle. Now we are saying that we want to make a private attribute. Private attribute will mean that it have only access to the specific method. So we are going to use the single underscore. Single underscore, why we are using? Because single underscore will indicate that it is a private attribute. Private attribute we will use single underscore before implementing a private attribute. So with single score we underscore we can make the private attribute. So radius. Now we are saying that we are going to define the properties, and in properties getter and setter method we have talked about. So first of all, for the properties we are going to use the decorator, that is iterate property. It will indicate the property. We are saying define a method with the name radius. And then we are saying that return us basically this is the getter. We are going to retrieve the value of attribute. The attribute value was radius, and we are going to now retrieve the value of attribute and we have defined now here a getter method for the radius. Then we are saying that for the setter we will use the rate property. Now we are retrieving as well as now we can set the value. We are setting the value of radius setter. For that, just define radius method, and here for set value we are saying that we will give it a new name, that is new radius. We are going to set it, so that's why we are here using another attribute. We are saying that if new radius is greater than 0, then do something. Then what do self setter method for the radius. So self dot radius, that is private attribute. So if we are saying that new radius, so just we are saying that new radius will equal to the radius will equals to now new radius Otherwise, this is the, we have defined now the setter. Otherwise, in else it will be the, then print anything here. Like if it is not greater than 0, so it will be a negative value. So we are saying that radius must be a positive value. Basically what we have done, we are saying that data encapsulation is basically building the data and methods, and that will operate in the single unit class. So in Python, data encapsulation is achieved using the properties, private attributes and methods. So we are saying that we have make a first a class of circle, then we have defined a private attribute inside a special function, and then we are going to make the property getter and setter method here. In getter method, just we have to retrieve the value of the radius, and in setter method we will use a new variable, because new attribute, because we are going to set the value. So we are saying that if new value, the value will be greater than 0, then only set the radius value to the new value. Otherwise, just print it out that the value should be positive. Now we are saying that we are, let's run it if there is no error. Now we are saying that if we are creating a circle object with radius 5, we are saying that a circle object should be with radius 5. So circle was the class, no, circle is equals to the class and give it a radius 5. What we are doing, we are creating a circle object with the radius 5. Here what we are doing, we are creating circle object with radius 5. Then we have to here print, then it will print us the circle with the radius, circle dot radius, that is 5. Now we are saying that we are setting the radius. First what we have, just we have given the value and we have retrieved the value. Now we are setting the value. So for setting, we are saying that circle dot radius equals to, let's say 7. Now print us. Now what we have do, we have set the new radius, and now we will assess the updated. Here what we have done, just we have created a circle object with radius 5, and in print we are assessing the radius by using the property. Here we have assessed the assess radius using property like getter method. Now we here what we have done, we have setting, we are here setting new radius, and then in printing we are going to assess the updated radius.